Hello and welcome back to Techtonica. Techtonica is a first-person factory automation game set beneath the surface of an alien planet. This game allows for solo or co-op play to build factories, gather resources, research new technologies, and mold the destructible terrain, establish a base of operations, and uncover long-forgotten secrets. We first looked at this game about a year ago when it was in an alpha state. And I've been invited to look at the game again ahead of the early access release on July 18th to see what's changed, how it's changed, what is the same, what parts we like that are still there, what things have changed that maybe we didn't like the way that they were set up. I'm sure there have been a lot of improvements along the way. I did play just a tiny bit of the game, as a kind of a practice run to re-familiarize myself, but most of it is still new to me as well. Also, the alpha was very, very limited that we played a year ago, and so this will have quite a bit more to it, from what I understand. So I want to thank Firehose Games and their PR company, Vicarious PR, for reaching out to me and providing me with a key to have early access to the early access. Here to present this to you about a week early. So Techtonica is a little bit of Satisfactory, kind of in a way, underground in a cave, or in a series of caves, really. It has more of a feel of Factorio in terms of the sort of setting, the sort of grittiness of the environment. While it is third person, or first person rather, and very point of view like Satisfactory is. The things are on physical belts that you can interact with yourself, working in physical machines that are physically there in front of you. So it's a lot of a hybrid, really, between the two, if you don't remember it from the alpha. By all means, go and take a look at that alpha playlist that I did about a year ago to familiarize yourself if you'd like to spend a little bit extra time on it as I'm releasing episodes. But for the next several days, there will be an episode daily or every other day here on my channel to explore a good chunk of this content ahead of the release on July 18th. So let's just go ahead and jump in and see what's new, see what's different, and see how the story progresses for us in this new world. As you can see, I did play a little bit ahead of the practice run, but I didn't do a whole lot, so we're not going to continue that game. We're going to start a new game. Before we do, there is a friends list here that does pull up your Steam friends. I'm not going to click on it just so that I don't show anybody who may not want to be shown on stream, but it does bring up your Steam friends list here in the game, and you can select to invite them into your factory, and you can work on the factory in co-op. There is a potential for some co-op episodes of this down the line. We'll see how that kind of plays out, but there's a possibility and a potential for it. If that's something that you're all interested in, by all means, let me know in the chat during the premieres, the comments section of any of the videos, or come to my Discord, where you can find the link in the description below. Settings are pretty straightforward and basic. Really basic kind of setups here. Basic settings for the gameplay, the audio, the video, and input. You can do a little bit of manipulation of the input, which is pretty common as well. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into a new game. And there's nothing to choose from. There's nothing to, no configuration to do. It just basically takes you straight in. You've woken in a mysterious facility with no memory of your existence. Emerge and build a sprawling factory to manufacture the machines and tools you'll need to explore this alien world.
Warning. Structural integrity failing. Emergency resuscitation of all personnel initiated. Exit this facility and report to Production Terminal Lima.
So we have awoken in a facility, not dissimilar to the one we awoke in.
Your medical status is diagnostic failure.
In the alpha, although it is a bit...
Report to medical officer for unknown.
Thank you. Although it is a bit different than the one we woke up in. I think those were bed-style pods. These are upright pods, but basically the same kind of thing. And one thing that's immediately different is in the in the alpha, you awoke in a room and you had a puzzle to even get out of that room. I'm glad they did away with that. Kind of, at least if I remember correctly, there's a puzzle to get out of that room. But this is a glass window here, so we can't go into this area that's over here. But this immediately shows you a little bit of what the game is about. You've got miners drilling into the wall over there. These might be smelters here that are doing their thing. Those might be assemblers or storages over there. Just some machines here that are kind of giving you a hint as to what the game is about, which is kind of a nice thing too. And that was in the demo in a different, or sorry, the alpha in a different way back then. But they've changed it a little bit. It gives you a little bit more of a cave here, where you can kind of see some plant life and things that you didn't have as much of. I don't think there were plants hanging from the ceilings, I think, in the alpha. So we can continue along down here, and here we have a bit of things in a container. I remember being able to remove the containers in the other one, but I don't remember what the how to remove the containers other than maybe this pickaxe that we have here hanging on the wall. And this is kind of the puzzle, what remains of the puzzle. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. This is kind of what remains of the puzzle that was in the game before is okay, you got to pick up these few things and get out of this room.
Identified. The Assembled Nations Industrial Expedition to the planet of Calyx.
Yep. Okay. So, and then emergency supplies. Yeah, that's not clickable. None of this stuff is really workable or destructible or anything in here. It's all in this protected area, as you can see at the top of the screen there. But the dirt that's here on the floor is. And you can be really, 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 really particular on these little bits if you want. But really what we need to do is just open the door up a little bit. And then open up what's here.
Exit this facility.
Yes, we're working on it. Thank you. Remove what's here blocking the rest of the doorway. And that opens us up to the factory that's out here, or the systems and things that are out here. And you can, again, be as particular about how this opens up if you want, as you want. I'm going to remove a fair amount of it, but not all of it, because that's a little bit of obscene. But the point of this is that to teach you right away that the landscape in this game is very modifiable, destructible, more so than buildable as far as I can remember. But you can kind of see that you can remove a lot of the landscape using your pickaxe and other tools later. And you can even see how much of the dirt has gone over top of this staircase here, which is quite a lot, actually. And it's not letting me hit the last of this dirt. It's a little bit of a weird thing, but it's because the dirt is not, that's not like the center of the dirt. It's kind of like a weird out bit, but that's more than enough. So there's some lights
Hello?
here. Oh,
Can
hello.
you hear me? Your suit can't transmit a voice or ID signal, but my sensors are indicating you're out there. First things first, check in at that production terminal. I need a second set of eyes on how badly damaged it is.
Okay, so that's our voice of whatever, which we'll find out whose voice that is in a little while. The rocks here are not destructible, I don't think. Oh, yes, they are, and they give you limestone. I don't remember what limestone specifically used for at this point, but it must be used for something. But we do want to gather a bunch of this plant life, and there's a wide variety of plant life here. Some various types of mushrooms and whatever these things are. They might be mushrooms as well. I'm not sure, but Kindle vine, that's what those are called. Yeah, we're getting seeds for those, and we use those during production at some point, I remember later. But we want to collect up a bunch of this stuff as we work our way toward this production terminal, because we're going to need it. We're going to need a fair amount of it. And actually, there's some stuff back here, too, but we'll get that in a bit. So the game, this is an improvement that I noticed as I came into my practice session. The game puts this large interact indicator floating above, like floating out in space like this, to kind of guide you that this is where you're supposed to go, this is what you're supposed to do. So we come up here, and we can hit that. And to repair this terminal, we need 15 iron ore and 15 copper ore.
This terminal is cooked. Mining drills were the only buildable tech I could recover. Try crafting a few with materials from some of the chests around here.
Okay, just picking up some more plant life while she was talking. I did see a couple of chests over here, and there's a thing sitting here in front of it, too, that we can't use yet. But let's go into here, and it looks like space to take all. Yeah. Okay, there's some tips down here, so we'll do space to take all. And then we need to craft some mining drills. And you can see here that there are some, but these are broken ones. And we need to place mining drill against this wall. So tab to craft. And then we're going to make maybe 4 of these total. Couple for iron, A couple for copper. Where there is copper is... Oh, right there. The shiny copper stuff is copper. The shiny silvery stuff is iron. Oops, that's not what I wanted. They automatically go here on your toolbar. And as you place a machine against... If you place it close enough to a wall, it will rotate to put the little teeth of the machine up against that wall. So here...
Task inbound.
And there.
Mining drill. Must be built at an ore vein and fueled with plant matter.
Oops. How do I... Q. Nope, not Q. Right click? Oh, switch the tools. There we are. So we need to fuel these with plant matter. We've got over 1,000. So I'm just going to give them like half a stack for fuel. And then I'm going to go over here to the copper and do the same. Because we need to have both iron and copper. And we can pick up some of these plants and things around here as we do so. There we go. And that's copper, and this is copper. So we could use either one or both, whichever we want to do. I keep hiding the toolbar with Q because I'm used to Factorio and Satisfactory and things where that's a button that does different things. Let's see, that can go in there, and I have a bunch of fuel, but we need a lot of fuel to get us going in this beginning part of the game. What's that? So I'm just going to pick up a bunch of these things. And we're picking up some copper there. We're picking up some iron over here. Let's go grab the iron out of the machine. I think we need 15 of each. Is that the objective? Yeah, 15 of each. So that was about 40 or 50 of iron. And that's in our inventory, which is also in the tab screen. You can see that over here. 46 iron. And then we can pick up what copper we have. It's a little bit less, but it's enough to satisfy this first task. So let's go up here and deliver those into here. We can shift click to put in the amount that it needs, and then repair the terminal. Now this screen's a little bit, I don't know, I don't really care for this screen. It's a little bit too crazy, in my opinion. I mean, I'm fine, but it's just a little bit out of what I expected, I guess.
Good work getting that ore plugged into the terminal, Groundbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't on my crew. You should have been. For the next phase of repairs, you're gonna need a scanner. The tech for it unlocked automatically when you fix this thing. So, open up your crafting menu and build one.
So, we have a few tabs here in the crafting menu. Production tab, which has mining drills and research cores so far. Nothing in logistics, nothing in base building. Intermediates has something about plant matter, from plant matter fiber. Iron components, copper components, and mechanical components, some of which we have that we gathered from those various chests. And then here we can build another pickaxe if we had the iron ingots, but we can also build a scanner from a copper frame and an electrical component, both of which we probably picked up in one of those chests.
Task inbound. Scanner. Scan machine fragments to restore tech tree access.
Okay, so we need to find machines that are laying around here and just scan them like this. And they disappear, yes. I don't remember who we get. Actually, it tells me what we get. Up here at the top of the screen, it's telling me that I needed 3 smelter fragments to unlock the smelter. That was 1 out of 3 fast inserters. For that, because I already know mining drills, I got a... ooh, that picks up the light. I got some components for that, some pieces for that. That'll go... that's 2 fast inserters I've scanned. We need to find a third. Were there some broken stuff over here by the mine? Yeah, there was. The copper mine, that is. Let's go over here and do that. Yep. There's the third inserter. And then we, of course, have another miner here that gave us some ingots and some iron components. This looks like a broken light as well, so we'll pick that up too. So I've got 2 lights that I can place now. I could put one down over here, fresh and clean if I wanted to. But I want to also pick up while we're here the copper that's in the machines. Because we're going to have to smelt some iron and some copper for the next task. So let's pick up the iron as well, or some of the iron as well. Lots of iron. Its stack size is like 250. And for this, I want to just put a couple of smelters here in the open area, and that'll be good enough. For that, we can go to, I'm guessing, production? No. No. Did I miss something I needed to scan? Teed open the tech tree. For the smelter, we need 8 of these pink cores. They are the research core purple, and we can make those.
Research cores required for activation of new technologies. Refer to tech tree for current core manifest.
So I queued up all 5 that I could make, and I see that there's a bunch of them standing up over here. So we're going to want to pick those up, or sorry, we're going to want to go put those just for fun. But we can also scan these little chips.
Scanned. Additional tech tiers or cores may be required.
And so they give us access to a few things. Oh, here's somebody's bed. And some soda. Sure, soda cans. What's up here? Anything up here? No? Okay. Somebody was camped out back there. Oh, here's some more crates. Okay, good. There's more stuff here. Take all. Because we need to make a couple more of those cores. We made 5. We needed to have a total of 8, I think. Or 7. Okay, 7. So 2 more. And then those are here on my toolbar automatically as well. I can place those up here. Stack these all up together. Just for the simplicity of stacking them all up together. They don't have to be stacked up together as far as I know.
Constructed.
But
smelter technology available for activation in tech tree.
Great. So go to tech tree, and now we can click and hold to activate the smelter.
Technology activated. Proceed with construction of smelter.
And then here's the smelter. So let's just do a couple of these for right now. I probably didn't need 2 miners on each at this stage of the game, but hey, overkill is the name of the game, right? So let's put a couple of these down.
Task inbound. Smelter. Supply with ore to produce ingots. Requires plant matter for fuel.
Let's put in the copper that I have, the iron that I have, and a half a stack of biomass for fuel, and that'll start smelting some of those ingots. We could pick up a little bit more, maybe. Might not hurt. Ore, that is. You can see the plant matter is fairly slow to consume. It doesn't consume 1 for every mined unit or whatever, so you can feel pretty happy with a half a stack for quite a while. These have only used about a fifth, and they've produced at least 150 iron. They've used about 50 fuel, so it's not bad. I don't think that's bad. Oops, wrong thing. I almost shoved the wrong thing in there. There you go. How much do we need of these? 20 of each. Alright, we're about 10 of each now. I could put up another, I suppose. Not like I don't have the supplies to do it, but it'll just take a minute, so we'll just wait for a minute. We could kill some more of these rocks. We could you can scan plant life also, and it'll tell you what it is. So that's an ember stock. It'll add it to your database, which I haven't entirely figured out where that database is. B? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so you can scan the flora, and it'll put them in here for you. So we could scan like this, and these. That was a Kindle Vine. This is a fountain cap. And once you've scanned it once, the cursor changes over the thing. Let me find something I haven't scanned. Something I haven't scanned. There's probably more stuff off in these caves. What haven't I scanned? I'm really kind of... Oh, I guess we could finish this. Yeah, so it says scan with your scanner. And then now it's just a cursor, or a collect cursor, depending on what the thing is. So just a bit of a a note there. So we can hop into this. We can grab the rest of that out. That's 31 or something, and that should be 31 or something. We have plenty now, so let's go ahead and drop these in and upgrade to the next level. Thank you. Tier unlocked. And now we have a need for 30 of each ingot, some conveyor belts, some inserters, and some containers.
Terminal upgraded. New technology and crafting schematics available.
Great. Okay, so let's work on crafting those things. I don't know that we have the... I keep pressing the wrong buttons. The ability to craft long inserters, suit speed... Mass collect and mass erase. Yeah, we don't have the ability to build an assembler yet to craft some of these things like inserters and conveyor belts, but we can craft them in our pocket. like we crafted those purple spheres in our pocket. So let's do tab, and we can go to logistics. We need to have 45 conveyor belts and 4 yellow inserters, which are the basic inserters. 4 of those, and then these craft in batches of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 should do it. And then 2 containers as well, which are these here. I think that's all we really gained so far. We can... limestone's now a thing here. And then ingots are a thing. Those components are the same. Yep. So we have enough stuff to craft what we need to have. And once that's done, which it looks like it is, we can come back over here. Oh, we need ingots. We need 30 ingots of each. Which we probably don't have. That's 32 copper. 22 iron. Yeah, so I might want to do another... smelter for iron, because iron's used at a little bit higher rate for these initial things. This is more iron than copper. This is more iron than copper. That's, what is that, a 3-to-2 ratio, 3-to-2 ratio, and this is all iron. So yeah, we definitely use more iron than copper here. Can I get like 2 more? And then we'll just be happy with that for right now. There we go. Alright. You can have all of this stuff. Oops. There we go. And upgrade. Fully upgraded. Alright.
Beacons are back online. Inspect the radio console right next to the screen. It'll start beeping and blinking in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Live sign.
Oh.
Access to all local facilities should be restored, including the one I've been stuck in this entire time. I've set an unlock code to the door.
Okay.
I've got some tech you're gonna like, and I know you wouldn't dream of leaving without me anyways.
Mm-hmm. Totally, because I totally know you. So we have to go around this wall. It's on the other side of this wall. Tell that by the way that it's moving relative to me. So there might be some more stuff to scan over here, like these. I think we picked up all the ones we saw of those before. A dapple shroom. But we don't really, you don't have to scan everything. It's just kind of a, I don't know, a fun thing to do or something, I guess.
Sending that signal was more complicated than you think. I don't know why, but these computers feel like second nature now.
Okay.
Sort of the opposite of what I remember it being like. I'd be the one to get you out of a situation like this, instead of the other way around.
So she seems to know us, but I think we don't really know anything.
You'll see.
Okay. So here's a door. There's some stuff in there. Another one of those things we can scan, and another chest we can get some stuff, and this door is open. Anything to do with this stuff? No. I'm kind of just looking to see what else we can do around here. And every once in a while you see this protected area detected, safe sprint initiated. That means, among other things, you can't sprint in these areas. You have to walk at normal speed. I was sprinting for at least some of the time out in the caves. But you also can't... This is kind of similar to the place we started, where you can't destroy things because it's a protected area. So you can't really pick up anything either, it seems. Whether you should be able to or not.
Casualties detected.
Okay, there's a dead person. And there's a cube here.
What? You've never seen someone stuck inside an alien cube next to their own dead body before?
No?
Whatever I was trying to do here, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it didn't work out. Hopefully, it was worth a shot. Let's go.
Alright. Here's a chest. Grab the stuff that's in there. It's 10 advanced circuits and 4 fast inserters. Always loot every chest. That's my rules. And we have to walk the slow speed. This is a very glowy box. And let's go look up here.
Stop. Scan the fragment in that cage by the stairs before we go. We'll need that tech to get out of the sector.
Okay, so we have a box here we can take all the stuff from, and we can scan this fragment right here. Oh, we picked up a thing, too. For the mole. And then we picked up conveyor belt Mark II, it looks like, from that chip. Okay. Yeah, we can't scan any of this stuff. It's not targetable, so there's not like anything that says, hey, you can scan these things. This is just junk, basically. Decoration, for lack of any other name or word for it. I remember in the alpha, when you went into like the locked room for the first time, there was actually a decent amount of stuff that you could pick
Local
up.
signal deciphered. Sector headquarters.
What are these?
Report to
are these
production terminal radio for triangulation.
Sounds like the terminal is fully rebooted.
Nice.
Check the radio console again and see if the beacon it adds to your HUD gives us a clear path home.
Weird hanging plants. We can't reach them. Let's hop across here. Follow the thingy. The ping. The beacon. The hey, go this way guy part. And then check the radio console again.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Production terminal Victor.
Okay.
Breaker, this is the time to activate the mole in your tech tree and build one. We won't be able to cut through to Sector Victor without it.
Oh, we're cutting through. M for map. You can't really move the map around, as far as I can tell, but you can click and drag to rotate the view, including pivoting the view. So it looks like we're going somewhere off in this direction. There is a partial tunnel here along this river, it looks like. So we could follow that. We're going to have to dig our way through. So let's go into the... was it here? No. The tech tree, it said. And finding the mining drill. No, yeah? Mining drill? No, that's what we already have. Something about the mole. Wasn't there something about a mole? Oh, the mole, right there. We need 7 more of those pink thingies to be built. So let's make some of those. Looks like we picked up 6 along the way. So we just need 1 more, and we need to actually build them. Let's go here. I'm just going to stack them all back here again for fun. And then we should be able to go into the tech tree now and activate the mole. There we go.
Task inbound. Mole. Manipulates terrain for traversal and composition of industrial construction sites.
Look around a little bit. If there's anything else we might see in terms of like something we can scan. Here's something.
This computer has a requisition for local plant life to be delivered to a science team for analysis.
Moss, but
It looks like the request was approved, but doing it was marked as a low priority by command, even though the request itself was marked as urgent. We didn't come here for science, but I don't remember this kind of hostility about it either. What were they doing here?
we can't gather that stuff on the ceiling either. So we're kind of up above the, what did I do, fall in a hole? Feels like it. I'm up above that. There was a spot that I didn't drop down. You could go back and take a look at that. Looks like that's where the cave is. So this is where we need to drill through, and you can kind of see, hey, go this way, dummy, a little bit there. This goes, based on the mini-map, this goes around to where we were, where we found the cube. So let's, yep, this is where we found the cube. There's a bit of something up here. Doesn't look like anything. Doesn't look like anything. Yeah, doesn't look like anything up there. So it looks like that might be it for this cave in terms of things we can find. Give or take that part we didn't drop down into by that computer. But I bet you that is, and this is where we came in up here. I bet you that is right over here where we didn't drop down. Yeah. And it doesn't look like there's anything to do in here. Again, unless I'm missing some... I should probably be gathering some of this biomass too, but it doesn't look like there's anything to do down in here either. So I guess this is it for the starting cave. Now of course, we set up all those miners and the smelters and things, which I don't know if I guess we could still use in a way, but I think we want to punch through and go to the next station as directed. So the mole is, where the heck did I put the mole at? Did I make it? I don't think I made it. I think I unlocked it, but I don't think I made it. I did not make it. Okay, it'll make that. It'll put it here on my toolbar. And I think I'm going to move it. You can just kind of click and drag things. You can also grab things from your inventory, although that might not be the greatest example. You can grab things from your inventory, though, to move around. Like, say I wanted to put lights here instead or whatever. And then you can click the X to remove it, I think. Or, yeah, click the X. I missed it the first time. So let's go this way. Let's grab the mole. And we can, if this works the same as it did in the alpha, we just go right through the wall.
This mole is not authorized to destroy resources, critical infrastructure, or protected environmental areas.
Okay. I remember this being kind of a weird, I don't want to say a pain, but kind of a weird thing to have to...
I never got the chance to thank you for getting me out of that facility.
Oh, you're welcome.
I appreciate it. At the time, it seemed like the best thing to do was focus on work and not get caught up in thinking about anything else. I've tried to stay sharp for both of us, but now that we're almost back to the main line, I'll admit it. I was terrified. It'll be good to see some friendly faces. And a few thousand twinkling lights. I'm sure you've got people there too.
I see a little cave off to the right here a little bit. I don't know whether there's anything actually there, but I'm going to kind of follow the river mostly here. And we can poke over to that if we... Oh, overheated. I gotta wait for it to cool down. That's the other thing I forgot about this, is it does overheat. If you use it too fast repeatedly, and then once it gets to 100%, then you have to let it cool down. You have no choice. So it looks like there's a little bit of something right over there. There it is. Looks like there's just plants here. Yeah, just plants. So we can continue along this way. Works for me. Looks like it adds like 25% or so to the heat index every time you use it, and then it cools down at some level. All right, stepping me up a little bit here. The river must have a part that flows up. Some tiles are just indestructible, and I remember that also from the alpha, that you just can't. Eventually, you just can't do certain things, remove certain things. But it is trying to remove. I think it's like a 5x5x5 cube. But your center of your cursor is centered on the thing. So this is the other little cave there. Ooh, those are somethings. Kind of like tentacles. Dawn strands. And what are those? We've already scanned those. Nope, there we go. Wisp tail. I guess I should still be picking these things up. Ooh, those are scannable too, I think. Yep. Here's a light, so we're probably here.
I don't understand. A factory the size of a city is supposed to be here. It was right here. I know it was. Where is everybody?
So there's a little bit of a mystery also to the game. So we can hop over here and go into, go up to this console. We have to go up to the second level, I guess, to go talk to this console. We can scan that chip. And we can go here. It wants 500 iron and 500 copper ingots.
This terminal is trying to reach out to 100 facilities that might not exist anymore. If we can repair it, we might be able to decipher where those facilities are located. Our people are out there, just like we were. I wouldn't ask you to rebuild this sector for the expedition, but I will ask you to do it for them. The faster we get on these signal and repair objectives, the better our chances of finding them will be. Have a look at some of the new stuff on your tech tree. Keep your eyes out for fragments, and let's get to work. Deciphering this first signal by building power floors looks simple enough. I'm sure it won't be that many. I'm pretty sure. Now that you've got a core composer, all you need is a big enough power floor and a few crank generators to power it. After that, you'll be able to dump cores into it and never worry about placing them one at a time again.
Task inbound. Core composer. Supply with research cores via belts and inserters for automatic placement and availability.
Okay, so press J to manage tasks. So we've done a fair amount here of this earlier stuff. We've picked up a bunch of other tasks here. These are more like tips which we can either follow or not, but the actual project tasks are all going to be tracked automatically here. So we have a few up here listed in the upper left-hand corner. One is to build and place the core composer, which we did pick up. That's this one here. Automates placement and availability of research cores. Requires electricity and can only be supplied via inserter. On a power floor with 5 activated crank generators. So we have some power floors. Those are here. We also have some stairs. We picked up... what else did we pick up here? Some conveyor belts, some inserters. That might be it that we picked up. So we need to make crank generators. Do we have the technology to do so right now? It doesn't appear here, so it might be in here somewhere. Mole gets some active stuff. Mining drill speed. Here's the assembler that unlocked at some point along the way. Long inserters. Suit speed. Crank generators. So we need to make and place 10, excuse me, that's a 10. 10 cores, 10 more pink cores or purple cores manually, and then we can unlock crank generator to be able to follow the task here. Part of the task then is, of course, to gather those 500 iron and copper ingots each. We also have to decipher a signal, AS-2013, by crafting and placing an unknown number of power floors, perfect, and decipher signal RH-1979 by crafting and placing an unknown number of crank generators. So we'll need to do that, but in order to make that iron, make that copper, ooh, look, there's something to scan, we need to find some closer sources of iron and copper, or we need to run belts back to, that was one assembler fragment, by the way, back to the origin point. Here's some copper. So that, or get back to where we spawned in. There's some copper. That's not bad. Is this limestone here? Mineable limestone? Maybe not. Because I think copper shows up like on the scanner, on the cursor. It's copper vein. Oh, there it is down the bottom left. This show up as limestone vein? Yeah, there it is. There's another scannable over there and some iron. It looks like maybe behind it. So I think what we want to do is place the power floors we have. And then...
Task inbound. Assembler. Power with electricity to produce items in multiplied quantities.
And this should give some components and things.
Even though you can handcraft anything, assemblers will make 2 of them in the same time it takes your portable tool to make 1. And we can build 1,000 assemblers, but nobody could ever build another you.
Oh, isn't that nice? I should be picking this crap up still, I think. I think we still need this for fuel, because we need to still make mining and smelting that needs some kind of fuel input. Here's some more copper. Or is this the same copper that I had from before? That I looked at before? I guess it's probably the same. Yeah, it's the same. So that might be the only 2 resource nodes we have in this cave, which is fine. That'll last us for a fair amount of time, I believe. What is this big old mushroom? And that's the same thing, maybe? That was a water glass monarch. There's some of this stuff up. And these all have loader ports on them for the inserters. Now, let's see. Any other shiny stuff over here? Could be some stuff on that little bit of land over there. And this cave goes back this way a bit, which we'll want to explore. And there's also caves that are not connected, but very close to being connected, that we'll also want to explore. It looks like there's something right there. Oh, that's the resource nodes being highlighted on the map. Oh, that's nice. So copper is this red. It's probably that whole space, but it's poked through. Here's iron. Over there that we were looking at, and there's that limestone that we looked at, the little one, and there's some more there. There's more copper back here. There might be some more iron over there. There's more copper over this way, maybe some more limestone over this way. But I think what we should do is leave this episode here for right now. We're at a good episode length, and in the next one we will pick up right here where we're leaving off by building the power floor, building some crank generators, and starting to try to establish some semblance of a factory here, mining the copper and the iron that we have, at least the close by copper and iron we have. So maybe we build over this river here a little bit, smelting it and turning it into ingots, as well as maybe using some of the assemblers to build, automate some of the basic components or some of the other things that we can make. So, thank you all for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, etc. in the comments section, in the chat for the premiere, or come to my Discord, as I mentioned earlier. The link is in the description below. And And let me know. No spoilers on kind of the story or the mystery of the game, but if there's stuff that I missed in terms of the functionality of the game, or stuff on the ground that I missed, I will almost certainly miss stuff on the ground, especially those little chips, but also maybe some inserters and things that we can scan. So if I miss things on the ground, by all means say, hey, well, you missed a thing over there when you were running right past it. You didn't notice it. So yeah, let me know that kind of thing. But otherwise, things like the story and the mystery of the game, what's next after we fix this machine, things like that, leave that for future Wally to discover. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.